Tonight on Newsbeat, a former LSU football player passes away, major upgrades coming to the Tiger Stadium, and a place locals can go to combat the rising cost of living. All this and more, Newsbeat starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Thursday Newsbeat. I'm Lexi DeCastro.
And I'm Audrey Foster. Thanks for tuning in. Former LSU wide receiver Devontae Lee has passed away after his battle against bone cancer. The 26-year-old and Amity High graduate was a part of the LSU roster for 3 years, including his first season as part of the 2019 National Championship team. He then transferred to Louisiana Tech in 2022 and began to experience severe back pain only a few months after. He was later diagnosed with osteosarcoma and underwent 2 surgeries and a year of treatment before he rang the bell, signifying he was cancer-free. His mom said, quote, "He was a fighter and he loved everybody. Devontae was a good kid and would do anything for anybody. He loved football and gave his all in everything he did. I will miss my son," end quote. Funeral arrangements have not yet been announced, and Lee and his family are in our hearts.
A new antenna system is set to be installed in Tiger Stadium, made to boost network speeds for fans inside the venue. This comes after AT&T's decision to invest $45 million into the stadium's network capabilities. Governor Jeff Landry said in a post today, quote, "When you have over 100,000 people in one place, you need infrastructure that works."
As the cost of living rises in Louisiana, community groups like the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank are leaving a bigger impact than ever. Focusing on income-cost ratio, sources rank Louisiana as high as 4th for grocery cost burden, with food-at-home prices up 25% compared to pre-pandemic levels. The Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank provides food to residents and families with limited access. Serving 11 parishes and thousands of people monthly, the organization has become an important resource for many.
The state of Louisiana is 3rd in the country in childhood and senior food insecurity. 2 of the most vulnerable groups in our community that can't necessarily always work for what they need to provide for themselves. These are people that we serve, and if we didn't do it, I would hope somebody else would step up.
To learn more about the food bank's mission or get involved in your community, visit brfoodbank.org.
Do you struggle finding books that relate to your current situation? If so, reporter Jesse Earl shares the details on a new Black wellness bookshelf that prioritizes students' mental health and well-being.
We get the work done. We're passionate about the work. Our academics are good, are in good standing. But you go home and sometimes you feel empty. You go home and sometimes you're stressed. You go home and sometimes you're tired. You may be burnt out. And so this is not a conversation that's often had.
The Black Wellness Bookshelf is a personal project by NCNW member Jamia White. The bookshelf is on the 2nd floor of the library, and the goal is to provide LSU students, specifically the Black student body, a safe space where they can read books about the issues they face. The bookshelf includes a wide range of books from a wide range of African-American authors and important figures. These books tackle issues like mental health and advice to provide students the comfort they need.
In the past, when I've tried to bring it up as a conversation to be had, shining a light on wellness, it was something that was not looked down upon, but people are scared to talk about this topic. And so I really wanted to be intentional about curating a space that felt safe enough for people to feel open to talk about wellness.
A bookshelf is not always White's intended goal, but through a process of rejection and approval, it's something she realized had more personal connection than she initially thought. Going back to her childhood home one time, White saw her childhood bookshelf. There, she realized that creating one at LSU can be as sentimental for students as it was for her.
I have a bookshelf at home, and as a little kid, my dad made sure that we all had different bookshelves in our rooms, and we all got to put different books that we liked by authors that we were just fond of as we, grew up gradually. So I was like, that's interesting. And I went back to my bookshelf and I was looking at the books that I had on it. It was books like The Hate You Give, and it just sparked something in me. And I was like, LSU needs this.
Students of all backgrounds are open to check out the display. Anyone is also open to make a recommendation. There's a QR code students can scan to recommend books that they feel can help a fellow student in need.
So whether for yourself or for a friend, the Wellness Bookshelf might have just what someone is looking for.
And helping out your peers shouldn't be limited to one age. At one senior living center, volunteers are showing up not only for residents, but for themselves too.
Reporter Lana Lawson reminds us why seemingly mundane tasks may hold more weight than you think.
Loneliness continues to rise among senior citizens, and one thing that is helping to combat their isolation is the work of volunteers. When volunteers step in and simply offer a listening ear, these small gestures leave a big impact.
I had people come up here and make presentations to the group overall who are friends of mine throughout my career, and it's made me a better person because I can appreciate what they're doing to help all of the residents here.
At the Claiborne Living Center, connection goes both ways. Volunteers often stop by hoping to brighten someone's day, but often leave feeling just as impacted themselves.
It's so rewarding to see that connection between a volunteer and a resident. You know, it goes both ways. Our volunteers are helping our residents, but I often find that the residents end up returning that favor, helping our volunteers.
For many volunteers, the emotional and mental satisfaction is mutually beneficial.
I would say that it's a really good mental health break, and I enjoy it. It's a nice part of the day.
For many residents, these visits are a reminder that they haven't been forgotten.
Volunteers have given me a lot of, spunk, spice, whatever you want to call it, and I enjoy them. And I've made some pretty good friends with those little kids. I enjoy them when they come by.
Research from the University of Texas shows that helping others for a few hours a week can slow age-related cognitive decline by up to 20%. The relationship built between the residents and the volunteers is proof that helping others can end up helping you in return. Reporting for Tiger TV, I'm Lana Lawson.
It's never a bad day to start showing up for your community in a new way. A few hours of volunteering can be mutually beneficial for everyone involved.
And after the break, take a look at some impactful players getting ready to say their goodbyes. Don't go anywhere.
Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
The freedom to live in safety. That's an American dream.
There's nothing like celebrating a big play. But now, we're celebrating something bigger than sports.
Love, you're mine.
Love?
You're mine.
You're training your mind as much as you're training your body.
For me, just stay grounded. Be with the people who make my mental health better and not worse.
So when you see us hit this, it's a reminder to
love.
You're mine.
And now, a Tiger Sports Update.
A huge and exciting week ahead for LSU fans who can expect close matchups, double meets, senior nights, and not to mention the women's soccer spring season opener. I am Aya Marie Brown, and here is your Tiger Sports Update. Kicking off with the women's gymnastics team, who'll be hosting number 3 Alabama on Friday at the PMAC. Despite coming off a loss against number 1 Oklahoma, last week Jay Clark and his squad are fired up and ready to compete, not only this Friday at the PMAC, but the Podium Challenge on Sunday, where they'll be facing the Tide again, along with North Carolina and Arizona at the Raising Cane's River Center. With Kaylin Chio scoring 2 perfect 10s last week and Kalia Lincoln's flawless floor routines, a thrilling performance is expected this Friday. This is what Jay Clark says to LSU fans.
Doesn't mean people just say, we won't go down to the River Center. I want some people to get down. I don't want to compete in front of nobody on Sunday. So if we can get our fan base to show up a little bit on Sunday afternoon, what else?
Moving on to the women's basketball team, Abby Kaiser is live outside the PMAC to tell us about the action. Abby?
That's right, Aya. A great yet emotional night has just kicked off right here outside the PMAC as the Tigers face Tennessee in SEC play. Tonight, the fans and team will celebrate seniors Amaya Joyner, Flau'jae Johnson, and Izzy Bezelman. As Flau'jae has been a standout player since her freshman year, she has continuously developed as a player and leader for the team. From earning SEC Freshman Player of the Year to 2025 First Team All-SEC, the future is promising for this Tiger.
Thanks, Abby. Heading towards Alex Box Stadium, LSU baseball went 3-1 this past week with wins over Indiana, Notre Dame, and UCF, dropping their first game of the season to in-state rivals McNeese. Now with an 8-1 record, the teams, along with stars like Zach York, Cade Arambidi, and Cooper Moore, will host Dartmouth and Northeastern this weekend. Also swinging this week, LSU softball achieved another victory against McNeese Tuesday night with a score of 9-3. Jaden Hebener pitched again for the Tigers, making this her 5th win at Tiger Park this season after recording 11 strikeouts and only allowing 6 hits throughout the game. The Lady Tigers will play Nichols this Friday. Be sure to stay up to date on our socials at LSU Tiger TV to stay in the know over the weekend coming up. Hear about one coffee shop that's become a place in comfort where the community, we're coming right back.
Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
The freedom to live in safety. That's an American dream.
There's nothing like celebrating a big play. But now, we're celebrating something bigger than sports.
Love, you're mine.
Love?
You're mine.
You're training your mind as much as you're training your body.
For me, just stay grounded. Be with the people who make my mental health better and not worse.
So when you see us hit this, it's a reminder to
Love.
You're mine.
A local coffee shop is giving more than just coffee. Lighthouse Coffee is giving job opportunities to refugees who are calling Baton Rouge home. Heavily revolved around its community, this shop welcomes refugees who have come to Baton Rouge and are looking for a chance to enter the workspace. The goal the shop has for them is for this to be a starting point, but this gives them the opportunity to get hands-on experience and gain financial stability. Lighthouse Coffee hopes to be the beginning of these people's stories and are there to be the backbone behind it all.
We just kind of try to be a family to them because that's a huge need that refugees have, is like they just had to leave their home.
If you're wanting to be a part of something more than just a cup of coffee, stop by Lighthouse Coffee in between class or for a midday pick-me-up.
Well, that's all the time we have for tonight's Newsbeat. Until next time, I'm Audrey Foster.
And I'm Lexi DeCastro. Have a great night.